You ready for some pho?
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thursday morning, we're heading to Gallup. Our normal everyday stuff. We're gonna take these dudes in and see what unfolds. We have Christmas caroling at Jaxon School today, so we're gonna go check that out. And he has a party today, so we'll take you along with us, and we'll see how the day unfolds. We have arrived at the school. Jackson's taking in some cookies for his party.
Hi.
And we made him a stack of cards for his friends. Simple Merry Christmas ones. They should love it. You ready for your caroling today?
Yes.
It's freezing out here, bro.
We didn't know until 3 days.
We're here at the school for the Christmas caroling with some hot chocolate, but it is still freezing out here.
So cold.
So it's gonna start here in a second.
Well, we're starting off with kindergarten, so we
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
work our way up to fourth graders. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to take it. It's so cold. It hasn't started yet.
Due to there being a lot of children here, I have to crop this weird. Jackson's class sang Joy to the World in Navajo, and the whole song was like 2 minutes, but because I couldn't get a clear shot of just Jackson, I had to cut it down. We're taking in Jackson's gift for his gift exchange at their party today. We enjoyed the caroling, other than the temperature.
Other than not feeling my face. Just kidding.
We just ran back to the truck real quick to grab this so we can come back over here. They're still doing the 5th graders right now, so we're gonna head back over here. This is where we were this morning. We had a pretty good morning. Like I said, other than the weather, it was a little chilly.
Yeah. After walking around and not just standing in one spot, I feel a little better. Actually, it's probably because we were in the school.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, she's only saying that because we were just inside. We're over here at the trailer right now. My cousin had a problem with their heater. It wasn't working for like a week now. So we went through and checked a few things, got under the dash, took it apart, took the heater blend door actuator out, tried to figure out this and that, but I finally got it to work. So the heater core's taking water, and the car's warming up now, so they will have enjoyable rides to school in the morning. We took off from the Coles. The alarm's going to go off in about 5 minutes to go pick up the baby. So we usually have a half an hour from there. We might make a stop since we have time.
Maybe, yeah.
And we'll probably go pick up some dinner stuff. Last night we had chili dogs. Tonight I want some more chili dogs. But we're probably going to get something else. I don't know what yet. I guess we'll figure it out. We have Jaxon. We have all the boys and we are heading home. And we've got the dinner stuff. We're going to do a couple of things this evening when we get home, but we're going to get the kids home, and then I'm going to leave for a little while with my tools. Her cousin has to repair his floor, and they don't have the tools for it, so he was talking about, said he was going to use a handsaw and a screwdriver. So I told him I'd come back down after we take the kids home. I got to throw in the circular saw and all the other tools, including the drills and stuff and the screws that we have.
Yeah.
Then I'll come back down and help him real quick. It'll definitely cut down on the amount of time it's going to take to patch this hole in the floor. So I guess 13 would be a little further down, huh? We're trying to find the dude's place that we're supposed to help him with the floor, Pam's cousin.
Oh man.
And the number he gave us is the wrong number. So he gave us the wrong number.
He was like, bro, you got the wrong number. I'm like, no, we're coming to help you with your floor. Bro, you have the wrong number.
So now we're trying to find the vehicle, and I never realized that there were this many dwellings down here. I mean, we're looking at everybody's yard, probably getting eyeballed for casing the jeans. Wow, look at that. So sweet.
Okay, we're gonna turn around.
This is not working how we thought it was going to work. Well, we've been driving around this joint for a little bit now. 10 hours later. Bro, we are so lost.
We're so lost.
We're not lost. We know where we're at. We just can't find the house.
Should we start at the beginning again, or should we
No,
go
this
down
is
the
good.
side?
Let's go home and eat. I'm hungry. Okay, we made it home. We couldn't find his house. We just came back. Anthony, we went looking for you, bro.
I've been driving up and down every street.
But
Twice.
we'll do it tomorrow or the next day. No problem. Butter Dog's crying. Butter Dog. Ooh, Precious Mama.
Hey, buddy.
We just came in the door. Mama's already on it.
Yeah, I gotta be.
What are you making there, Mama?
Country fried steaks.
Hand breaded and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Ever since we went to KFC the other day, I seen one of these on the window. I knew 100% that the homemade version was going to be so much better. Even the potatoes.
Yeah. I don't have one of those cool mashers, so this is a while. Taking a while.
She's mashing away on the potatoes, even though her shoulders are hurting really bad. If I get any closer without the camera, I'm just getting in the way.
Look at my spoon!
And
I need some new spoons.
do you need metal ones or what?
Look at
I'm hungry too. She's just been wandering around, following me non-stop. These potatoes are finally nice and smooth. This is what dinner is. It looks super delicious. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hope y'all are having a good day today. Today is Friday. We got something a little different today. We're gonna head out of town real quick. We gotta go work on a water pump for one of my bros. So we're gonna head to Albuquerque today. And you guys get to come along with us. It's pretty chilly this morning. It was 11 degrees when we were getting ready to go. can't really tell in the video, but all this is lava from Mount Taylor. In Navajo tradition, they say that's monster blood.
Monster blood.
When we were going through Grants, I tried to show you all the lava spill that was there beside the freeway on both sides. But in Navajo tradition, there's a story of Yaitso and the monster slayers. Back in the day, there was Yaitso who was killing all the people. Back during these times, it was just the Navajo people here. That's why we refer to ourselves as the people. And in Navajo, that's Dene. Changing Woman had 2 sons, and they wanted to meet their dad, so they were asking their mom where they can meet their dad, and she was advising against it. And after a few days, she finally told them where they could meet him, but she told them that it was treacherous and there were a lot of problems that they're going to encounter on the way there. When they finally left, the 2 twin boys took off to go see their dad. They traveled over the areas and through the land. Before they went to go see their dad, they were given advice from Arrow people and Wind's Child, and they took them with them, and they said they folded them into their ears so that they would have the advice of them while they went to go visit their dad. So they were also given a white shell plume for protection. So when they went to go see their dad, they were put through a lot of tests and trials, and the eagle plume is the one that helped them survive through the tests. So that they finally were accepted by the son, their father. He was showing them all the different things that he had, and he was telling them that he was going to give them jewels and land and flocks of livestock and game to hunt. But they kept trying to tell him that that's not what they were there for. And when he finally asked them what they were there for, the boys told him that they needed the zigzag arrows of lightning to kill Yaitso. The son, their dad, told them that Yaitso was actually their brother. The boys told him also that they needed flint. They needed flint shoes and flint armor, flint helmets and flint weapons. So when the son finally gave it to them, he told them how to get there. So he put the twin boys on the tip of a lightning arrow. He shot them into the hot springs where Yaitso drinks water every day. When they got there, they were hiding in a cloud, and Yaitso came, and he came from all 4 directions, and he was drinking water finally after he had checked to make sure the spring was clear. So when he was almost done drinking water the 4th time, Wind's Child, in the ear of the twin monster slayers, told him to come out of hiding, and that's when Monster Slayer had seen him. So they were yelling back and forth at each other, and Monster Slayer started throwing his flint weapons at these guys. And with Wind's Child's help in their ear, they were able to dodge and survive all that. And as soon as Yaitso ran out of weapons, he was wrapped up in lightning, and he lost all his flint armor. And that's when Monster Slayer was told to shoot his foot, and he shot him in the sole of the foot. Then he also shot him in his hip. And when Yaitso was getting up, he shot him in his back and the head. And Yaitso used to keep his feelings, or his heart and his breath and his nerves in a separate place. And as soon as they shot Yaitso with the lightning, he started bleeding from his body, and he started bleeding from where his heart was being held. So as the blood started running together, they started drawing lines in the dirt with their lightning, zigzag lines to keep it from flowing together. And as soon as the blood dried up, according to the ancestors, that blood is what is all over by Mount Taylor. That's all the blood that was spilled by Monster Slayer and his brother Born for Water when they killed Yaitso, and they stopped him from killing all the Navajo people. So they went back to their mom, and they told her that they killed him, and she was rejoiceful. Now we know scientifically that Mount Taylor was a volcano, but before science could explain it, traditionally that's where the lava flows came from in Grants, New Mexico. Good old Route 66 Casino. We've actually only been there a couple of times. At one time, I think we were looking for a burger.
Yeah.
We're not very good at gambling. I know I don't win, so I just don't even go. We're just now getting into the west side of Albuquerque, so we're gonna make a quick stop over at Pam's mom's and her brother's, and then from there we're gonna head over to my brother's house. All right, the dudes hopped off with their grandma. They are happy, so we are now gonna go head over to my bro's house, and we're gonna go see what we can do about this water pump. Whenever we come out this way, Mama Bear's the one that's always driving.
It's my city. I know this place.
She grew up here, so she knows the way around. I know how to get off the freeway and go to the junkyard. That's about it.
After I showed him.
After she showed me. When me and my brother used to come up here, that's the only place we would go was the junkyard. We wouldn't go to anywhere to eat. We wouldn't go to the mall. Me and my brother would come up here in this little truck, and we would just get off the freeway and go to the junkyard, and then we would go home. I don't know anything about this town. She's lived here quite a bit, a lot of her life, and the only time that I've ever even lived up here with her, we lived way down on Catherine and Zuni in the war zone, and it looked like it. Now we live out in the boonies in Gallup. I like it. So she's gonna navigate our way to the water pump job.
My
And
tummy's already growling.
mine too. Which is not cool. I gotta not let that get in the way of changing this water pump. Good old Central. We just passed the spot where Pam's mom used to work when Pam was growing up.
Yeah. We used to take the buses up and down Central so many times. Now it's like, I won't even get on a bus.
Now you know what the world is like.
Yes.
All right, we're here for this water pump job. Instead of taking the intake off, the water pump is right here. So we're gonna have to get that pulley off. We're gonna have to get the belt off, and then I'll pull the water pump out, seal it up, replace it. And after we get done with that, we're gonna move over here, and the thermostat is under here. So we're gonna have to take off this bolt, the bolt underneath here, which is kind of hard to get to, and then we'll pull this thermostat housing off and change the thermostat as well. So everything's working. We got it all put back together. We did the thermostat there, and we did the water pump. We did the oil change as well.
Time to eat
Time to eat.
something different.
We're out here in Albuquerque, and the car that I was working on belongs to my brother Elvis.
What's up? I'm Elvis. Shirley, I work over at Stay Gold Tattoos here in Albuquerque. Been tattooing for 15 years now.
If you need tattoos and you're in the area, hit him up. He does really nice work.
It's your boy.
We finished up the job over there. So now we're gonna do something to eat. And the dude Elvis. I always say to my brother Elvis, we grew up together in the same neighborhood in Rock Springs, and I met him back in '94. So we used to hang out a lot, and we all started doing all the things you start doing when you're growing up. We all did that together. So it was a lot of like learning how to drive, taking off with the vehicles, like, I don't know, normal stuff that kids do,
Learning how to
tagging stuff
fight.
up, getting into fights. But it was not like we were fighting each other. It was like all of us were just kind of defending our home area.
Tattoos.
We started learning to do tattoos together. We do a lot of things together. And he moved out here to Albuquerque, so he tattoos. He's been tattooing out here for a long time, and whenever he needs automotive work
We
done,
used to live right over there.
Oh yeah, just that little Caesar. So anytime he needs automotive work, he calls us, and he's usually pretty cool. He'll hook us up, pays for the gas to come out, and then he pays for the job. And in most cases, they usually just go out and grab food and come back while we're working on it. But in this case, he had to go to work. So his lady's gonna take us out to eat, and we're gonna go eat somewhere that's not in Gallup. She was asking where we want to eat, and I always just say Buffalo Wild Wings or Rudy's. But today we're gonna go and try a Vietnamese place. We're gonna go eat some pho.
Finally.
So we're gonna go check it out. It's a place called Viet Taste, I guess. So we're heading over there right now.
Brandon's never had any, so this is gonna be his first time. I'm pretty sure he's gonna like it. He doesn't really like ramen or any kind of noodles though, so we just gotta order extra meat for him.
Yep. I gotta try it out. I've been watching Uncle Roger, so I see all the fried rice videos he does and picks on people about, and some of it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna check it out. And also my other brother, and when I say my brother, I don't mean my little brothers. Very few people outside of the Navy I call my brother. And Elvis is one of them, and my other brother, Jerry, who also grew up in the same neighborhood, and he was also part of the crew that we would be running around in Rock Springs, eventually driving around Rock Springs. But Jerry came by too, and he came by to visit while we were over there at Elvis's house.
Nice to see you guys all together.
So I wish my phone didn't die. I would have video of us with Jerry and Elvis, but my phone was dead. But it was nice. And Jerry, we know you watch the channel. Shout out.
Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for watching.
One of the things that bothers me about doing water pumps is no matter how much I clean my hands after, I always taste the antifreeze.
Aww.
It tastes really sweet, but it's got a really distinct taste to it, and that's all I'm tasting right now. And no matter what I wipe it with, like my sleeve or my hand, I think I just smear it. I don't know. It never fails. Joy. You ready for some pho?
Yeah. Trying to decide which one I want.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is what it is.
This is what it is.
Nice. We are done with lunch.
Yes.
It was very good.
It was so good.
First time I ate pho. I would see Mama Bear get it. She got it a couple of times, but it wasn't like this joint. This joint was actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
The variety that was there, and we got good recommendations too on what to eat. So
Yes.
that helped a lot. Thank you, Nikki, for lunch.
Thanks, Nikki. It was really good.
It was awesome. I had a pretty good time today. We were just talking when we were eating. We were just talking about the day, and it felt pretty good to be working on a vehicle and hanging out with my brothers, because as of the past couple of years, I haven't really talked to any of my brothers, and I haven't really hung out with them at all either. So I haven't had that feeling of like my brothers. And then all of the people that we've been acquainted to, who I used to say like they were my friends, it turns out I was the friend. It wasn't the other way around. But I haven't really hung out with people like that in a bit. I don't even know what it's called. What is that feeling called?
Like just having your family, I don't know.
I guess that's just the feeling of having family, because I can't really say like camaraderie, because that's what I feel with all my brothers and my sisters from the Navy, but it's different. It's like these guys, like I had a choice to like hang out with them, and
Feeling
through all
like Stitch.
through all the choices that we've made hanging out with each other, we've stuck with each other through thick and through thin, through ups and through downs. So these are friends that have never bailed on me, and I've never bailed on them. And we've been lifelong friends and brothers, and we all grew up in the same little crew. We all grew up in the same neighborhood, and it just felt really, really nice to be able to just talk with them and hang out and work on the ride. And we just spent a few hours standing in a driveway, and it didn't matter that it was 25 and it didn't matter that it was 29 degrees. So it felt pretty good.
First game, it was what, 11?
11 when we got into town.
Yeah.
And the water pump, it actually only took like, I don't know, 20 minutes to change the water pump and do the thermostat. A lot of the time was spent waiting for oil to drain or waiting for the temperature to heat up after we'd refilled it. So we kind of just hung out and just hung out, really. Felt pretty good. It was definitely much needed.
Traffic.
When I was in high school, we lived up here in Albuquerque, and my dad helped build the Big I. So he helped put up all these bridges and whatnot over here.
That
Before-
is really awesome.
Yeah, before they opened it, like opened the freeway to go through, we had a big old barbecue down here. It was pretty awesome.
Man. Wondrous work of art here. I like it. We're about to go pick the boys up. We got one more stop to make. Well, we got two. We need to put in some diesel, and we're gonna go hit up Dutch Bros. We're gonna stop by there and grab some Rebel drinks. I'm not really much of a coffee person. I haven't been since I got out of the Navy. When I drink coffee, my brain and the aroma of it and the taste of it, it triggers my brain, I guess. Like, it brings back all the memories, like, subliminally. Like, I don't remember them through, like, watching it in my head, but the feelings of the 20-hour days and the endless nights and not seeing home or land for, like, a long time. We were just flying jets day in, day out, 24-hour flight ops in a combat zone. And the only thing we really had was water and coffee. So I drank a lot of coffee. I drank a lot of coffee when I was in the Navy. I worked up in Fly 1. We worked on the flight deck. So we were running the flight deck. It was our flight deck, V1 Division Air Department. So we were on the flight deck non-stop, like all the time. And it was either coffee or water. And after I drink so much of that coffee, it seems like now anytime I smell it or drink it, my body just remembers, like, ah. Of course, I was a lot younger back then, and I could take it. So we're gonna head over to Dutch Bros, and we're gonna pick up some Rebel drinks, and then we're gonna go pick up these boys. Then we head back to Gallup. Good old Gallup. This is crazy. Like, just driving around in this thing. Normally, we're cruising around in the Explorer or something tiny, and somehow Mama Bear's parking that okay everywhere we're going. So we ordered our drinks now. We're gonna wait for them to whip them up, and then we're gonna roll. I tried to ask for suggestions on what they had that was different, because the only Rebel drink I've ever tried was the Vampire Slayer, and I kind of like that one. But I asked him what he suggested, and he said the Shark Attack, and it sounded cool until he said coconut. And coconut's one of those things.
I like coconut.
That's definitely a drink for Mama. So she got that one. And coconut for me is it's not even a choice. It's like if I eat it, my body's gonna be like, nope. So I don't even do coconut. Thank you, man.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Have a good day, man.
This isn't the size I got the last time.
Yeah!
I meant.
Oh, that looks Christmas for sure. We've got all the boys. Pam saw her brother, which is good. So we're gonna get back on the freeway and we're gonna head back to Gallup. Do we need to make any more stops, Mama?
Nope, no stops.
We're gonna head home now.
Goodbye, Albuquerque. We always love to visit.
Yeah.
Raven, did you ask for some? Really liked it.
Very Christmas, huh?
Yeah.
I like it. We have made it back into town. Hi, buddy dog. Hey, buddy. Are you happy to see everybody? It's been a long day today, so we're going to call it a night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.